There was once an old man who lived in a quiet village surrounded by hills, rivers, and ancient trees. His home was small. His clothes were simple. His meals were modest. Yet everyone who met him believed he was the luckiest person they had ever known. Wherever he went, opportunities seemed to appear. When others worried, he remained calm. When storms came, he always found shelter. When people lost hope, he somehow discovered a new beginning. The villagers whispered among themselves. He was born under a lucky star. He has some hidden blessing. There must be a secret. One day, a young traveler gathered enough courage to ask him, "Tell me honestly, why does life always seem to favor you?" The old man smiled gently. "I have never chased luck." The traveler frowned. "Then why does it always find you?" The old man pointed toward a flowing river. "Look at the water. It never argues with the rocks. It simply keeps moving. In time, even the hardest stone becomes smooth." The traveler listened carefully. The old man continued. "Most people fight every small inconvenience. They complain about delays. They become angry at changes. They fear uncertainty. Their minds become heavy before life has even tested them. But peace creates space where opportunities can enter." The traveler remained silent. The old man picked up a dry seed from the ground. "Inside this tiny seed lives an entire forest, but only if it accepts the darkness beneath the soil. Without darkness, there is no growth. Without waiting, there is no harvest." The traveler began to understand. "So your luck comes from patience?" The old man shook his head. "Patience is only one branch. The root is acceptance. When I cannot change the wind, I adjust my sail. When I cannot stop the rain, I learn to walk through it. When I lose something, I ask what lesson has arrived in its place." The traveler thought about every disappointment in his own life. Every failure had become anger. Every delay had become frustration. Every mistake had become proof that life was unfair. The old man noticed the change in his eyes. "You believe luck is something people receive. I believe luck is something people prepare themselves to notice." The traveler asked, "What do you mean?" The old man smiled. "If your hands are always full of regret, how will you catch new opportunities? If your mind is filled with fear, how will you recognize a blessing standing quietly beside you?" The wind carried fallen leaves across the path. The old man watched them dance. Life is always sending gifts, but they rarely arrive wrapped in comfort. Sometimes they wear the clothes of failure. Sometimes they appear as rejection. Sometimes they come disguised as loneliness. Those who judge too quickly throw away tomorrow's blessings. The traveler lowered his head. "I have spent years asking why bad things happen." The old man replied softly, "Ask instead what they came to teach." The traveler felt something inside him become lighter. As they continued walking, they reached an old fruit tree. Some branches carried sweet fruit. Others were empty. The old man said, "The tree does not compare one branch with another. It simply nourishes them all. People suffer because they compare their lives endlessly. They measure their beginning against another person's ending. They forget every season has its own purpose." The traveler remembered countless nights spent wishing for someone else's life. The old man continued. "When gratitude enters the heart, jealousy quietly leaves through the back door." The sun slowly began to set. Golden light covered the fields. The traveler asked one final question. If you could leave only one lesson behind, what would it be? The old man looked toward the horizon. Treat each morning as a new teacher. Treat every person as a mirror. Treat every challenge as a hidden guide. And treat every ending as the beginning of a path you cannot yet see. Do this long enough, and people will call you lucky. They will never realize. Your greatest fortune was the way you learned to see the world. The traveler smiled. Nothing around him had changed. The hills were the same. The road was the same. The wind was the same. Yet everything felt different. Because real luck is not found in perfect circumstances. It is born from a peaceful mind, a grateful heart, patient actions, and the quiet wisdom to welcome life exactly as it comes. Those who master these simple truths no longer wait for fortune. They become the kind of person to whom fortune naturally arrives. True luck comes from acceptance. Real luck is not about chance. It's about accepting life's changes instead of resisting them. People often spend their lives searching for luck, believing it is something that belongs only to a fortunate few. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the right moment, or a sudden change that will transform everything. Yet the greatest fortune begins when a person stops fighting every part of life that cannot be controlled. Imagine a river flowing through a valley. It does not argue with the rocks in its path or complain about the bends in the journey. Instead, it moves with quiet determination, finding a way forward no matter what stands before it. In the same way, a wise person learns to accept change without losing inner peace. Acceptance does not mean giving up or becoming weak. It means recognizing reality with a calm mind and choosing the best response instead of wasting energy on resistance. Every season of life has its purpose. Some days bring joy, while others bring disappointment, but each experience offers a chance to grow in patience, wisdom, and understanding. Those who constantly resist change often become trapped by frustration and fear, while those who accept life with an open heart remain flexible and ready. What many people call luck is often the natural result of this peaceful way of living. When the mind is free from anger and regret, it becomes easier to recognize opportunities, make thoughtful decisions, and move forward with quiet confidence, allowing good fortune to unfold naturally over time. Challenges hide valuable lessons. Failures, delays, and setbacks often carry opportunities for growth and future success. Every difficulty that appears in life carries a lesson that cannot be learned through comfort alone. Many people see failure as the end of the road, but a wise person sees it as a teacher arriving in an unexpected form. A seed must rest beneath the dark soil before it can break through the surface and become a strong tree. In the same way, moments of disappointment often prepare the heart and mind for greater strength and deeper understanding. When a plan falls apart, it may be creating space for a better path that was impossible to see before. When a door closes, it encourages us to look for another entrance instead of standing in sorrow before the locked gate. Every setback invites patience, humility, and courage. Every mistake reveals knowledge that success alone could never provide. Those who complain about every obstacle often miss the hidden gift within the struggle, while those who remain calm discover wisdom with each challenge they face. Time has a quiet way of revealing why certain events happened exactly as they did. Looking back, many people realize that their greatest blessings were once the moments they feared the most. By welcoming life's challenges with an open mind instead of bitterness, we transform pain into experience, experience into wisdom, and wisdom into the quiet strength that guides us toward a brighter and more meaningful future. A peaceful mind attracts opportunities. Staying calm, patient, and grateful helps you notice opportunities that others overlook. A peaceful mind is one of the greatest treasures a person can cultivate because it allows clear thinking even when life becomes uncertain. Many opportunities pass unnoticed, not because they are hidden, but because the mind is distracted by fear, anger, or endless worry. Imagine standing beside a calm lake on a quiet morning. When the water is still, it reflects the sky, the mountains, and every detail with perfect clarity. But when the surface is disturbed by strong winds, nothing can. The human mind works in the same way. A restless mind reacts to every problem with panic, while a peaceful mind responds with wisdom and patience. Calmness does not remove challenges, but it helps us face them without losing direction. Gratitude also plays an important role in creating inner peace. When we appreciate what we already have, we stop focusing only on what is missing and begin to notice the many possibilities surrounding us. Patience gives those possibilities time to grow into real opportunities. Instead of rushing toward every promise or becoming discouraged by every delay, a peaceful person observes carefully and acts at the right moment. What others call good fortune is often the result of steady choices made with a clear mind. By protecting inner peace through patience, gratitude, and mindful awareness, we become more prepared to recognize opportunities that have always been waiting quietly before us. Avoid comparison and practice gratitude. Comparing your life to others creates suffering, while gratitude brings contentment and inner abundance. One of the quietest causes of suffering is the habit of comparing our lives with the lives of others. It is easy to look at someone else's success, happiness, or achievements and believe that they have been given a better path. Yet every person walks a different journey, shaped by different experiences, challenges, and seasons of growth. Comparing your beginning to someone else's destination only creates frustration and blinds you to the blessings already present in your own life. A tree does not compete with the flowers growing beside it. It simply stretches its branches toward the sunlight and continues to grow according to its own nature. In the same way, every individual has a unique purpose and a unique pace. Gratitude allows us to recognize this truth. When we pause to appreciate the people who care for us, the lessons we have learned, the strength we have gained, and the simple gifts of each day, our hearts become lighter and more content. Gratitude does not mean ignoring dreams or refusing to improve ourselves. Instead, it gives us a stable foundation from which we can grow without envy or resentment. As gratitude fills the heart, jealousy begins to lose its power, and peace quietly takes its place. A grateful person sees abundance where others see lack, finding joy in simple moments and confidence in the unfolding journey of life, rather than measuring worth against the success of others. Your perspective creates your fortune. The way you think and respond to life determines how lucky you become, more than external circumstances do. Many people believe that fortune is determined by chance, but the way we see the world often shapes the opportunities we discover. Two people can face the same situation and experience completely different outcomes because of the attitude they choose. One person may focus only on obstacles, believing that every difficulty is proof that life is unfair. The other may see the same challenge as an invitation to learn, adapt, and become stronger. Although their circumstances are similar, their perspectives lead them down very different paths. A hopeful mind notices possibilities where a fearful mind sees only limitations. A patient heart finds meaning in delays instead of becoming discouraged by them. Every sunrise offers a new beginning, yet only those who greet it with openness are ready to receive its gifts. Life is constantly changing, and those who remain flexible can move with those changes instead of being overwhelmed by them. A positive perspective does not deny pain or pretend that hardships do not exist. Instead, it recognizes that every experience, whether pleasant or difficult, has the potential to teach something valuable. When we choose understanding over resentment, gratitude over complaint, and hope over despair, we create the conditions for growth and unexpected blessings. What many people call luck is often the quiet result of these daily choices, repeated with consistency and faith, until they shape a life filled with wisdom, resilience, and lasting inner peace.